Hi everyone, welcome to Comfy Health Fit. I'm so excited you joined into this channel today. Comfy Health Fit is it's a women's channel that focuses on helping women, lose weight, keep the weight off, prevent diseases. So I'm very excited that you joined us. Today I'll just be talking a little bit about, utilizing your menstrual cycle and using that to maximize your weight loss journey, especially with the exercise piece of it. Okay. Sometimes we try to lose weight, but by losing weight, we ourselves don't understand our bodies. Okay. So it's very important to understand how our body works as women, because by understanding our bodies, then we know how to maximize or use that, to our advantage for weight loss. Okay. So today, basically, we're going to talk about our menstrual cycle. A lot of us don't even know what our menstrual cycle involves. Usually, we just know that we just get periods, whether you have pain, whether you don't have pain, your periods just pop up, okay? But there are certain key hormones during our menstrual cycle, and how to utilize, those hormones when they're increased or decreased to basically help maximize our weight loss journey, okay? So let's just start about what, our menstrual cycle is all about, okay? So our menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases, okay? So you have the menstrual, okay? Then you have the follicular phase, so 4 phases: menstrual, the follicular phase, the ovulation phase, and then you have the luteal phase, okay? Now let's talk a little bit, before we go into the phases, let's talk about what are the key hormones in these phases, okay? So the 4 major hormones that play a key role with our menstrual cycle: progesterone, estrogen, FSH, which is follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have heard more about, estrogen and progesterone, and they are the key hormones, but not the only hormones. Okay, so what does estrogen do? Estrogen helps promote the growth of the uterine lining. Okay, progesterone helps to stabilize the lining, and then follicle stimulating hormone, which is FSH, basically helps with the growth of the follicles, and then the luteinizing hormones helps trigger ovulation, or helps the release of the matured egg. Okay, so the menstrual phase, this is going to assume a 28-day cycle. So not everybody has a 28-day cycle, but that's kind of like the perfect thing that we go with. So this is the 28-day cycle, and usually the menstrual phase would be days 1 through 5. So this is where you're actually bleeding. Okay, so during this phase, estrogen is really low. Okay, they're very low estrogen levels. So this is not the time usually with exercise to be doing very high intensity. This is the time to probably rest. Like I said, this is going to be different for everybody. Some individuals are able to exercise. Before I didn't, but now I'm able to exercise through, my menstrual phase. I can still lift heavy, not as heavy as the other phases I'll talk about. And sorry, you're gonna hear my kids in the background. Like I said, Comfy Health Fit is about busy mothers, so you might hear some noise. That's okay, that's life. I'm bringing this real to you, okay? I really just want to share the information with you. So if you hear some noise in the background with screaming kids, just ignore it. Just focus on the education I'm providing, okay? So now going back to the menstrual phase, days 1 through 5. So like I said, estrogen levels are a little bit low. Okay, so it's a little bit lower energy. You want to do more stretching, more yoga. You want to rest a little bit. If you can do some lifting. I do a lot of strength training, so I still do strength training, but I don't lift as heavy, and I don't feel like I can lift as heavy during these phases. Okay, then you have the follicular phase. So that's usually days 6 through 13. That is when follicle stimulation hormone is high. Estrogen levels are highly rising during this time. Okay, so this time is the time where you can start slowly doing more moderate intensity, or actually even high intensity exercises. Actually, this phase, you're gonna feel like just right after your period, you feel that surge of energy, right? Because estrogen levels are going higher. This is the time where you want to go for your run, lift heavy, doing all your heavy weight lifting, high intensity, dance, whatever, karate, whatever that you're doing, kickboxing, whatever. And then the ovulation phase is really just kind of like a 2-day phase. That's where that matured egg is being released. Okay, And that is also estrogen really peaks at this time, because estrogen needs to peak to allow this release of the egg. Then you have the luteal phase. When, I don't know if you've ever heard this term TTC, online, on social media, you hear people trying to conceive and they talk about that 2-week wait. That's the luteal phase. That is where the body, the estrogen levels also kind of like increase during this time. It stabilizes a little bit, but the progesterone levels go up. Okay, so when progesterone levels go up, that's basically, remember I was saying that progesterone levels help stabilize the uterine lining, so it's basically preparing the body for pregnancy. Okay, so when pregnancy does not occur during this period, that's when the lining sheds again, and then you get your period. So this time you want to do more moderate intensity exercises. You're not at your best. This is where most people will feel like those PMS symptoms, where those cramps here and there, you have those cravings. That's another story for another day. Most people think that, painful periods, PMS symptoms, those cravings are a normal part of having a period, but it's really not. It's got to do with a hormonal imbalance, and losing weight and doing several different things to create a hormonal balance can actually help you during this period. So this is actually the period where you do moderate intensity. So the real time where during your menstrual cycle where you really zone in is during the follicular phase and the ovulation phase. That time is the time. So day 16 through 14, 15, that's the time that you want to maximize. That's when you're going full, because you have that energy. You have that, that's where you're most happy. You notice that you're laughing and everything like that. That's also the highest time of, you're more productive during that time. Okay, so like I said, this is just kind of like a ballpoint. It's not, for everyone is different, but for most people this is what usually happens, and you can utilize during this time to help maximize your weight loss journey. Okay, I'll share a video. So this month of June, I really want to talk about our menstrual cycle, and utilizing your menstrual cycle, what to eat during what phase to help you lose weight faster. And then also basically how to be more productive, your mindset, in which phase, and how to be more productive at which type of your cycle. So I'll share another video next week discussing, nutrition and what kinds of foods that you should eat to help maximize your weight loss. This is more about the exercise piece of it. So just a little gist, your menstruation phase, days 1 through 5, more low intensity. Remember, estrogen is a little bit low here. Follicular phase and ovulation phase, day 16 through day 14, 15. You want to maximize this period, go really high intensity. Luteal phase, moderate intensity, and then hopefully, that kind of helps you out. So this is not like a detailed biology session. I could go really in detail, but I just kind of wanted to help you out, those who are starting on their weight loss journey, those who are wanting to, just maximize the understanding the female body. And like I always say, I'm always going to end with this. Our mindset is very important. Always go into weight loss with a positive mindset. Go into life with a positive mindset. Focus on the positive things, okay? Focus on what you have control over, okay? Don't focus on what you do not have control over, okay? Please like, share, subscribe, comment. The more you comment, the more I know what you want to hear. Hope this was helpful. Stay healthy, and I'll catch you again later. Take care. Bye.